What's good, everybody, and especially to my Love and Deepspace girlies. It's been a minute. It's been a while since we've just had a conversation, and I've just kind of made a video in general about Love and Deepspace. And there are 3 reasons today why that kind of is the case, and I'm going to be going over all of them today. 2 of them are related to Twitter, and one of those instances involved someone trying to get me involved in reporting another creator and making YouTube accounts in order to spread complete misinformation to do so. This video is unscripted, because I'll be real, there have been some things that have been happening within the Love and Deepspace community which makes me not want to interact with it as much anymore. And that really makes me sad because I like the game, but I'm in a position where covering a bunch of content about the game, community things that are happening, it's really painting it in a bad light for me, and it's actually starting to impact my overall enjoyment of the game. And I'm gonna talk about why, okay? But I wanted to go over something first. So, as you can see, wait, I'm covering it, hang on. 9 days ago, almost 10 days ago, in a couple of hours, was the last time I really made a dedicated video about Love and Deepspace. I've done 2 trailer reacts last week, but it's been 10 days since I've made my own content about it. And that kind of makes me sad because I basically posted every day. As soon as I got into Love and Deepspace and I enjoyed it and I was having fun, I was basically posting almost every day about it. At least every other day. I really enjoy Love and Deepspace, okay? I've had such a fun time making content for it, but it's gotten to the point where things that are happening in the community are starting to affect my actual overall enjoyment of playing the game, and I don't know if I want to keep making content about those things because it genuinely just annoys me too much. And I really hope that doesn't affect you guys too that watches my videos. I want people to feel happy when they watch my videos. I want people to feel good. I don't always want to cover all the drama in the community, anything like that. I feel all the big stuff that's deserving to be spoken about and shine a light on things that aren't okay is a good thing. But taking every small community thing and making it into a video is just not good for anybody, and I recognize this. So I've been posting less, but there are a couple of things that I wanted to talk about just to kind of explain why it's annoying me and why I haven't really bothered to make videos this past week about certain things that have come up. People are like, oh Cap, you should make a video about this is wrong or this isn't okay, and it's just all become a bit much. And I fear the community for Love and Deepspace, especially the Twitter community and Facebook communities, are becoming insufferable. I will say that. The Twitter community and Facebook community for Love and Deepspace is becoming insufferable. Discord and Reddit aren't that far behind to me at this point. At this point, I don't really want to engage with an outside community in regards to Love and Deepspace. I just kind of want to keep it to myself and not really engage because a lot of it is just so draining and really saps my enjoyment from the game. So what am I talking about exactly? Well, Heartstring Notes is a limited memory that came out for Zayne recently, and with it brought a lot of discourse and misinformation. There are things and statements people were saying on Twitter that just aren't true. And the only thing they exist for is to spread misinformation, is to sow a sort of discord and hatred between CN and EN players to create this divide and basically be like, hey, this needs to be changed about the game, this is bad, this is a bad thing. And it's just a lot of negativity that is just completely in bad faith, completely misplaced and just misinformation and wrong. And it makes me angry. Because these posts get thousands of likes. Literal misinformation about the game gets thousands of likes, and people will just accept it as truth, and it really bothers me. Okay, and it really bothers. So let me talk about some of these little things. All right. The first one is this. Now, a lot of people be like, "Oh, if you're gonna talk badly about what someone has posted, you should blur out their name." I don't care. Okay, they post on a public platform for people to see publicly. I'm going to talk about it, okay? I'm going to talk about what I see. So, this is the post. A Vietnamese player on Facebook seemed to have noticed a small change in Zayne's weight. They said MCs have taken care of him so well that he has gained weight. Inherently, I don't really see anything wrong with just speculating or whatever. It's like, okay, whatever, it's a post, I'll move on. But then this narrative that someone was just maybe saying it in fun, This person might have been saying it as fun. It's a fun thing to think about, whatever. People are starting to claim it as like a truth. Oh yes, this is a true because this is a real thing. You can tell, look, you can see. He's gained weight, he's feeding him. It's just based in a total headcanon that people are trying to bring to life, right? And it gets further. More proof. Why do we need proof? It's someone's headcanon. There's no proof to this. For those thinking it's just lighting and angles, and if Infold could make Silas big for his grassland romance card. I mean, this, again, this was proven to not be the case. Ever since that whole AI thing about Silas translations was being spouted as truth across Twitter, it's gotten worse. People will just say anything, and the Love and Deepspace community will be like, oh yes, that's true, I believe in this. It's so strange to me. They could damn well make Zayne's face rounder for this card too. Well, it was already proven that they didn't change it. It's just like an illusion of how the outfit looked. And this is not proof. This is actually proof of the opposite happening. This is proof of the opposite being true. I don't know. It doesn't take a genius to see how these are different, okay? The person literally said, more proof for those thinking it's just lighting and angles. It literally is just lighting and angles that proves this. Do you know why? Look at the lighting of this. Look where the shadows are placed. The shadow is placed behind his neck. It's a very harsh line where the lighting is coming from. We could see, look, his eyes are illuminated. He has a shadow behind his neck. The lighting is coming from this direction here. Below, the lighting is more general. It's less intense. The intensity of the lighting is far less. And you can see he's being illuminated from the back, from the side. He's being illuminated from this angle and not really the front. It's the complete opposite lighting. Where is the shadow here? This is not the same lighting. And I took a video myself of me changing a lighting to get it as similar to this as possible and then change it to this. Zayne looks the exact same in both. People will just take what they see and spout it as true. And people will be like, oh yes, I agree. I agree. The way they did for Silas and Zayne now, see, people just agree with what they see. People just agree with what they see. And it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. You know, it's whatever. Oh my god, my little munchkin, it's okay, he's adorable, and now we both have a rounder face. It's like, if you want to have a headcanon about a character, that's fine, it's fun. But let's not just say this is sort of proof now that all these cards are changing. It's very obvious that we can see the lighting differences. Even here, on this image, the lighting is different. There's a shadow here, there's a shadow here. This is globally illuminated. It's not the same. And it just kind of bothers me. And then something else that came out of this too, that people, again, look, 327,000 views, 5.3k likes of people just accepting this as a truth. There's another one. Lads players, please help to feed back to the support team. Exactly what I talked about. CN has better animations interactions with 5-star cards. Unfairly cutting animations on global market because we don't bring enough money? But of course, let's blindly defend Infold and paper games again. I'm trying really hard to not say that this is just complete misinformation again. By saying this and also saying it's because we don't bring enough money as EN that somehow Infold and paper games are willfully and on purpose cutting animations to make them worse for us is insane logic, unfair reasoning, and holds no basis in reality whatsoever. But again, 3k likes, 100k views, and it's something people just believe. Like, wait, CN gets better animations? I thought all release cards are equal in the animation sense. What the heck? People are treating this like it's some kind of fact. What is the actuality of this situation? Are they slightly different? Let's see the video itself. Let's see what is so bad and outrageous that CN are getting treated better, and it's because we don't give them enough money. This is because we don't give them enough money, apparently, according to this Twitter user. Let's have a look. Face turned... Okay, so Chinese version has Zayne's face turned sour, but not in the English version. Okay, let's have a peek. Okay. He breathed in, sours, and he moves away. Zayne turns sour. Okay, what about English? Watch it again. Yep, he does a tiny move with his head. Okay. Yep. And Zayne does it. And as you can see, it cuts off just before his head turns. It cuts off just before we got to the last couple frames of his head turning. And that is, according to this user, the reason, because we don't bring them enough money, they did this. And people just blindly accept these kinds of narratives. And I see stuff like this daily, every single day. I hear people say like, oh my god, they're treating Silas so unfairly. They're going to be bringing more love interests in before we get Silas missed. It's like, none of this is based in reality. None of this stuff has happened. People are just making stuff up to complain about. People are literally making stuff up to complain about, and it blows my mind. People are literally making stuff up to complain about, and it blows my mind. This can very easily be explained by the pacing in the text, right? The pacing of the text. It disappears far quicker than it does in the English level, right? And it seems like the animations are linked kind of differently depending how the text works. And someone else has even addressed this. There was another quote, someone addressing, hey, this is probably a mistake to do with how animation is linked to text. It's not because Infold hates EN. There's a stark difference between a mistake in how the animation flows connected to the text because it's different lengths, it's different timings, versus, hey, Paper Games doesn't like EN, them treating CN better. That creates like a divisive language. And I'm seeing this every single day on Love and Deepspace Twitter. And it's got to the point where it's insufferable. Let me tell you something that happened to me like a week or so ago. When the whole subtextually Silas translation thing was happening, I got a DM from someone on Discord, and you know exactly who you are. They made this whole thread to me saying subtextually is on purpose trying to sow discord between CN and EN versions so that Infold will completely change the game, get rid of all the EN versions, and change the game to fit a CN-based narrative, and that we should be reporting them for this. And this person had a mission, and that mission was to report subtextually to Infold and basically shut down everything they were doing because they thought that they were purposefully trying to change the EN version of the game and make it bad to everybody. Like, subtextually had this some kind of hidden agenda, and they wanted me to help them with this. And I was like, what? This is crazy. This is like, I was kind of stunned, and then I replied to them and I never heard back from them. But you know what did happen? On a bunch of my videos, this person, I know it was them, I'm 100% sure it was them, made a fresh YouTube account, went under a bunch of my videos and were like, oh my goodness, thank you Captain Cabinetz for telling me that the translations are not the same or they were different in a literal sense. I'm going to refund, I want to refund my purchases of the game and say Infold that they're bad. They were trying to make up a story and pretend to be so offended by what I had been saying in my videos that then they're going to use my videos as some kind of proof to say that, you know, lads is doing bad things, maybe either to get my content like reported or to use that somehow against subtextually again as proof of, hey look, subtextually influenced someone to, you know, refund their purchases on Love and Deepspace, therefore it's bad. It's insane. After these things that happened, I just kind of had enough. I realized how fucking batshit crazy some people are, especially after this, and I just didn't want a part in it. And if that's how the community is going to be, this weird, we have to report these creators, we have to report these people, and making up stuff to do that, literally fabricating situations where you have to make YouTube accounts to like somehow make something up to have an agenda to report people, I want no place in that. I want absolutely nothing to do with this. People always had to go at like the whole Genshin Impact crowd where people made drama out of literally nothing, just said things that weren't true for the sake of it. This is becoming in that same vein. And that's why I haven't been making videos about Love and Deepspace recently. I just got so annoyed by looking at Twitter and just the misinformation people were spouting as truth. I know I kind of wanted to start talking about the community stuff that was happening and the discussions that were going on to try and like prove or disprove, but it just genuinely started to affect my personal enjoyment of the game. And at that point, I just didn't want to make content about it because it would just further put me down this like, I haven't opened the game in a couple days because of all the stuff that's been happening. All the misinformation people have been saying just made me not want to play. And that's sad. And I hope that other people didn't feel the same either. I really didn't. Because I like Love and Deepspace. But I'll be real, If this continues to happen within the community, I don't know. I'm just going to end up posting my reactions to stuff, and I'm not going to talk about all the community drama. Unless it's something serious that like needs actual clarification on that, that's a big deal. But stuff like this, it's just so petty. But there are hundreds of thousands of people that will see it and believe it is true. And then it becomes like a thing. So yeah, that's just kind of explaining why I've been a bit absent making Love and Deepspace content. I will continue to do my reactions, have fun with it, do my own original content. But oh my god, the community is becoming insufferable for me. But either way, I'm still going to have fun, and I still appreciate all of you who are here and who are listening. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe, leave a comment down below what you thought recently, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.